So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do a Dutch fishtail braid like this here, where it pops up and it's down to the scalp. It is incredibly intricate and detailed, and it is going to take you some time, but when I tell you the outcome is gorgeous, especially if you can incorporate it into a cute updo, something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and break this down. Let me get this taken down and get the hair prepped, and we will get started. So we're going to begin on hair that has been brushed out, that has been blown out pretty smooth. And from there, we're going to use just a little bit of a shine serum or a shine spray to prevent it from catching and knotting, especially on those mid shaft and ends where the hair may be a little more dry. Now, you can use whatever shine spray you like. I am using one from Chi. It is entirely up to you, but that's the one I'm using in case you're interested. You don't have to use this one. It was created with curly hair in mind, but it's just what I had around the house. From there, I'm going to emulsify that in my hands. And I'm going to start on the mids of the hair and work my way down through the ends. Just like so. And you can see the difference in how shiny that's looking. That silicone is going to add to the slip on the hair and make it a little easier for us to get through the braiding portion of this here with less snags. Now I'm going to start off my braid by coming across with a triangle. If you don't have fingernails, you can of course use a comb for that. From there, I'm going to just quickly detangle this part. We're going to separate it into two pieces, trying to make sure that they're fairly equal, and then we're going to pass one over the other. Now I'll say in this instance, it's important to note that I'm always going to be pulling out from the outside closest to the hairline. So instead of me pulling from the inner portion, I'll be pulling from the outer portion on both of these. So on the outside, closest to my part line on the outsides, closest to my part line on the outside over here as well. So we've done our crossover. We've got right over left. So I'm going to now come over here to the left side, grab just a little bit of that section. We're going to pass under and hand it to my right strand. Once I've done so, I'm going to slide right across, picking up some hair. Okay. And we are going to bring that underneath and add it to the right strand as well. Then we'll come over here to the right side, picking up a strand of hair and passing it under from the right to the left hand side. We're going to slide across the scalp and add to that underneath portion as well, passing over to the left strand. Now I'll warn you now, this braid is tedious, so it's going to take a minute before you really start to see this come together, so just be patient. Taking a small piece, and the smaller the pieces are, the more neat the entire braid is going to look. So passing under, then we slide across the scalp, pick up, and we're going to add that to that underneath strand as well. Just like so. Okay. Coming from that top portion there, passing under my right strand to the left. Then we're going to slide over, picking up that hair, taking it underneath, and we're going to pass it over to the left hand side. Now you can kind of see as we do like this here, it still looks a bit of a mess, but trust me, I know you're probably thinking like, this man don't know what he's doing, this isn't coming together at all. Be patient, it's going to be a gorgeous braid when we're done. Bringing that strand from the left side under, and then we can go ahead and pick up our piece of hair to add with it. Coming back up from that right side, passing underneath the right strand, and just pull that out of the way so you can clearly see what's going on. we're going to add that as well. Coming back to our left, this is our last original piece. Passing that under, and move that up and out of the way so you can clearly see what's going on. Adding that to this strand here and bring it over and adding it to the right side. Now I'm sure now you're kind of starting to see some of that braid come together. From here, I can then begin to look and see where my strands are. So I have a strand here, I have a strand here, and so on and so forth. So now we're just going to follow that pattern. So taking my outermost strand on the top, passing under from the right, moving that out the way so you can see, and we're going to pick up and add to the left strand. Then we go all the way up, find our top strand on the left side, that's right here, passing it under, and go right along with. Back to the right, passing under, sliding across, passing under, back to the left, picking up, slide that under, bring it on across, add to that strand, and bring it over to the right. And we just continue this pattern back and forth. So once you fall into that rhythm, you can really start to see how now that we've gotten down a little bit, this braid is really coming together nicely. From the top, under from the left, sliding across from the left, and add to the right. From the top, add from the right, underneath, passing to the left. Lift that up so you can see, picking that up and adding it to the left as well. We're going to continue this back and forth. I'm going to skip down just a little bit so you can see a bit more, and then from there we will call it quits. I'll show you how to finish this off. Now, like I said, this is pretty tedious, so you might want to save this for special occasions. Think of like an addition of the braid on like a wedding hairstyle, or think of it like for a quince or something like that. If you want it even more detailed, you can take these individual strands and split them, but honestly, it's still going to give you a really lovely braid, even without us doing that level of detailing. Passing under, giving it to that side. Tilt her forward just a little bit. Top left, under, pick up, pass. Now if you're noticing like your strands up here look a little loose, just pull these strands here. It will smooth that out some and allow you to kind of get a little bit more of that tension that you're looking for. So the best way to do that is don't keep those hands too close together. The whole braid will kind of come loose some. Keep those hands pulled apart. Either that or kind of keep it balled up in your fist like so if you need to. Picking up from the right, under, pick up on that right side, pass under, hand it all off to the left. Under, picking up on that left side, pass it under and to the right. I'm just going to continue that process all the way down. Now on this side I have less hair on the outer perimeter, so I'm going to start taking smaller pieces to pass under. And on the other side I've got a wider area to be able to pick up from, so I'm going to be picking up slightly larger sections. And that way we kind of keep it balanced. We don't end up running out of hair to pick up on one side before we do on the other. And as you get here behind the ear, you're going to have to slow down a little bit because you're likely going to feel like there's a lot of hair in your hands. Picking up, passing under, here we go, picking up, passing under. Up, under. Okay, so I'm going to skip to where I get to the end of this section, and I'll show you how to braid this once you get it off the scalp. Okay, so once you've gotten down to where you are at the bottom of your section, now you have to start looking at where your strands are coming from, and we're just going to follow through with that. So right under, find your top strand on the left, there it is, left under, top strand on the right, right under, top on the left. See here, it's a little thicker than it was at the beginning because we've been adding hair the whole time. Left under, top on right, right under, passing over to the left, left under, passing over to the right, right under, passing over to the left, finding our top strand here, left under, passing to the right, right under and passing to the left, left under and passing to the right, right under to the left, left under to the right, and we just continue that pattern all the way down. Now I love the way the fishtail braids look. I feel like they give such an intricacy to the look of your braids, and they're so neat when done patiently. But of course they do require a good degree of patience. So you may not want to continue all the way down the shaft of the hair, and that's totally fine. Should you decide that, you know what, you're going to leave these ends loose, things like that, we want to first start by ensuring that we've got any knots out of that hair. From there, instead of me just rubber banding these, I'm going to take them here. We're going to roll them both inward and then place them together. Okay, once I've done that, I can then go ahead and wrap or secure a hair elastic or rubber band around the ends of this hair. That should be enough, just like that there. Now for some additional neatness, what I'm going to do is I am going to take a hairpin and slide it up inside of that rubber band, just like that. Okay, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit so you can see a little easier. So I just slid it underneath this rubber band. And then from there, I'm just going to take a small section of hair. We're going to wrap that around this rubber band. Just like so. I'm going to wrap around one full time, and then I'm going to bring that strand right on, bring that strand right on inside of this hairpin. Just like so. And once I have done so, I'm going to pull back down and through. Then we're just going to take that strand and pull snug. And now our rubber band is covered. It just gives a much neater look to the ends. So now I can take and curl these ends. I can do whatever it is I would like to do with this hair. All right, so there is the finished product. If you found this video to be helpful, please let me know by commenting down below, or of course you can subscribe. That would be even better. But yes, I do videos like this and so many other hair related videos on a regular basis here on this channel. So if you find this to be interesting or even relaxing, I hope that you got some enjoyment out of it. But hopefully you'll be able to find a way to incorporate this into your styling routine on someone that you may know or love. Don't necessarily know that I would recommend doing it on yourself, but yeah. Comment below, let me know what you think. Until next time, take care, God bless, and stay glam. You know I love you, boo. Bye.